Hi guys, ChatGPT, OpenAI. People are saying there are many applications for sale, but is it real? Can you use ChatGPT as your personal assistant? Can you use is it as your guidance for your customer? We have done that. We have done that for astrology. We have done that for lawyer. We have done that for real estate and many more setups. And today here we are sharing the source code, the whole setup of how we can use ChatGPT as a personal assistant if we are a lawyer. We will be see how we can manage multiple laws, how we can manage multiple cases, and everything within ChatGPT as our personal assistant, even though client can ask the question and we can also ask the question. So the beauty is that particular source code can help you to use the chat gpt at a next level, and you can definitely make some real time good applications. Today I have Vijay with me. He is one of my colleague. He is a senior Flutter developer and he has worked on this application. Our application is built on Flutter, and definitely we will be sharing everything with you, including the code, GitHub repository, explanation of the process, and everything, which make the thing good. So, hi Vijay, how are you doing today?
Yeah, I'm good.
That's good. That's good. So, Vijay, how we start? Would you like to share the screen?
Yeah, sure. I will share my screen and present the code.
Okay.
Hi guys.
So,
Uh, I do have 4 years of experience in mobile app development. Uh, and nowadays I am building AI-based apps.
so that is good. And your structure really look a bit complex for a new user. So definitely, I just want to give you a warning or a notice or something like that. We are not here explaining you how the Flutter works. We may not able to explain you how the base of Flutter works. So we will provide you some link on in our repositories to the good resources. This is an intermediate level Flutter code where you may see the file structure. You will see how the applications are working, how the setup is going to work, and definitely we'll provide you this code so you can use it and implement in your current applications. So before proceeding further with your code or something like that, I would request Vijay to show us the demo, so we should at least know what we are going to see and what is the end product to whom we are targeting.
So, I am using Visor to mirroring my app from real device to the mobile computer. Let me share up.
So guys, Visor is one of the application which help you to connect your device to a computer, and you do not need a third party simulator. This is very good open source available resource. Do use it. We'll provide you link of it and try it out. If you have any issues, anything, you can just text us and we'll reply on that.
Let's try. Uh,
Article 370 legal details. Now, there is one type of restriction has been applied. The restriction is those questions need to be a legal questions, and those questions should not be a general question or something like that. So guys, let's start with demo. I'm really excited for that, and I want to know the detail of IPC 370. Actually IPC 370 because it is a very well known article, and
yes.
you know um, there was a movie on that also, so I remember that. Okay, buying and disposing of any person as a slavery, or whoever import and export, remove, buys and dispose. So overall, this particular detail of legal cause is being shown here. But the good thing is, you ask about IPC 370, they show you. Now just make some normal cause. Write an article about car driving.
throw an error. That's
Oh,
not a legal question.
yes, yes, yes. So, guys, what I want to say, or what we want to say here, try to understand. This is an integration of Chat GPT. Definitely, the Chat GPT knowledge and its skill has been imported, but we do have provided certain type of restriction. That is very base level of restriction, so that you guys can understand very smoothly, and you can always make it an advanced level. But why we need a restriction? Because this is a legal advisor assistant. So legal advisor assistant should not give the answer to the general thing, but it should give answer to all the, you know, legal questions, all the case related questions, all the government related inquiries. All those things need to be answered, and which we can manage here. So as you guys have seen the demo, we will get back to it back again. But now we start with the code. So Vijay, can you first explain us the code structure, how the overall code structure is here?
Yes. Yes. Uh, it's a get material app where we can initialize our whole app. Uh, Here I have declared all the routes for all apps, uh, for apps screens. We do have a three screens. One is for home screen, one is for image, and one is for text. We are currently presenting the chat with use of text via the text, and it will be responsive as a text with the use of ChatGPT OpenAI API. So let me show you the screen. Here I have conquered all the files with the binding controller and view. Suppose I do have a chat text. We have separate binding, separate controller, and separate view with the separate element of that widget. So in the binding, uh, generally we do a API call. Within a controller also we can do a API call, or managing asynchronous tasks. In a view, we do have a list, I mean the UI, where I had added the list view and search input field. So let me show you the API code. Yeah. So here we have checked whether the user's intent is for the legal or not. To check the that user's intent, we use completion API of OpenAI, and when we will get a status code of 200, it will be handled, and we have a few filter of the response, whether that response contains any of the legal keyword. It will be marked as a legal question, or else it will throw an error that this is not a legal question. You can ask a legal question here. So we have filter like this, and it will be dynamic. If we assume that any of the keyword is missing from our end, it will be added from the our database. Here is a else case where the uh, legal question is not. If we pass an query as a legal question, we pass our query to the chat GPT, and it will be return the result as a text. Here I have declared a model of the ChatGPT OpenAI DaVinci 003, which is the latest one. Max token, where we can handle the response length, whether it will be in a short answer or it will be in a long answer. Currently, we have used 200 for now. We will increase as we assume that this is not uh, as of our requirement. The temperature and all these other parameters are there to manage our response. With the completion API, we can do that. Once the response came from the API, it will be handled and shown to our app here. So I have managed the app state, whether it will be a success or error or all the stuff. Yeah. Kapil.
Okay, that was really good and informative. Definitely, a bit of technical things people would have understood. But I still have one basic question. Security is a very big concern here. So the question is number one, from where you are getting the API token, how to generate it. Number two, how to integrate in the code and how to prevent it from others to use it. Can you explain that perspective here?
Yes. I do have a separate OpenAI key file. Uh, We generally prefer not to push our key or that file to the Git repository or any version control system. If we share over the worldwide, it will be marked as rotated, and we cannot use that API key while the key is rotated. So I am, let me show you where I can generate the keys.
Meanwhile, I would like to thank Google Meet. Google Meet is one of the tools which we are used for recording, and definitely we are at different position, different location, even in different cities, but working together. So I would like to thank the remote device and applications to provide us this technology to provide the support.
Yeah. So we can create secret key from here. Uh, we can assume, sorry, we can assign a name of that key.
So overall, we have to go to platform.openai.com, provide the name of the key, and we can generate the key. Once the key is generate, as we'll see again, key report that issue is a persistent. Issues will come. Still, OpenAI is at beta version. Things are generating very well. There are reasons for different issues.
So user have to copy this key and paste it to the secure file wherever key cannot be rotated. Uh, Also, the key cannot be missed because we would not able to view it again after pressing the done button. Now we cannot edit that. We just can edit the name of that secret key.
Okay, that was really informative. So now where we have to paste it and how we can make that file so that GitHub do not read it.
So we can manage that key by machine wise. If suppose the four developers are working for the same project, all of that developer will have a separate OpenAI key, and it will be stored within their local machine. If the key is rotated over the Google Drive or any other resources like GitHub or version control system, it will be marked as rotated, and we cannot use that OpenAI key. We will get an error that key is rotated. You cannot make perform of the API code. So uh, we can add that key to Notepad and save it within a local machine, not to share to any of the other device.
That is a very good note from the security perspective. And this rotation keep aspect is very good, which we can use and approve and apply on it. So moving further, Vijay, I see like, currently it look like we have done a text binding, but there is a provision which we have kept like image binding will be done in the future in this application, right? That's why we have some folder like chat image, chat
Yeah.
text.
Yeah. Yeah. I had implemented a chat image also, but we will be present to our in a new next week or in
Okay.
the yeah.
Okay, so we are working on it. So, guys,
Yeah.
you can see the structure. It is the application, modules, controller, and route. These are the standard structure of the Flutter, which you can use it. This whole source code will be available to you for your use. You can definitely ask a direct question to me and Vijay, and we are happy to help you out. And before going further, I would like to show you one more time the basic or the good part of the demo, like how it is working, why it is working, and why this whole setup can make a sense for you, because you have seen in the API we have given certain type of restriction. I know that is very basic level of restriction, but it is shown you as a layer 2 of it. Now here you can put any type of logic, any type of setup, and make it as good as possible. So Vijay, any more questions here which you can show us as a demo?
Yeah. Write an article on harsh writing. Yeah.
So
This
we do not help you to write an article. Now use harsh writing again for the same other perspective. So it should be something like, give me a legal advice if regarding punishment for harsh writing.
yeah.
Whoa! So this see, if I found guilty, I am not mentioned where I am doing horse riding, so it has given me a horse riding on horse, but I can do on horse, I can do on bike or something like that. But you can see the difference. It is just working as your legal advisor. And try to imagine if you implement this particular thing in all your apps. For example, you are a lawyer, you have thousands of cases, and you want your customer to get some answers, get connect to it. This legal advice application can be your lead magnet. You just create this type of application, put it on the store, Play Store, people use it, and then for your custom advice, they can get connect to it and help you to generate more cases. So overall, this is a very good setup which you can use. The code is available open source. We are there for whole time for giving you advice. You can comment here, you can comment on repository and everything, and definitely we'll together make a good open AI based setup so we can use the AI in our daily life, and that is the only goal which we are keeping in our company. Anything Vijay from your side?
Also, we can share this text to other apps.
So sharing, copying, and all these features is also available in the same.
We are implementing the image completion with the AI. We will soon release that development at your
Okay.
end.
So overall, keep an eye on our upcoming videos. You will see the image, you will see the more other setups, and definitely everything will be shared with you. You can use it and explain everything what you think about. So thank you for your time, guys. Thank you, Vijay, for your time. And it was a really good experience to working on it. And surely we will make a good move. OpenAI, use it for your progress. Thank you, everyone.